I'm Mariefiebach of feedyourfamilytonight.com, and today we are making one of my favorite salad dressings. It's a honey mustard salad dressing, and it's super simple to make. I make it in a little mason jar, and the ingredients are super simple. It starts with 1/3 cup of vinegar. I like to use white wine vinegar. It's not expensive and it has a nice clean flavor. So I'm measuring out 1/3 cup of vinegar. And to that, we're gonna add 1/2 cup of olive oil. This is the time to use the good extra virgin olive oil. Pick your favorite olive oil, but salad dressings is a good place to use the good olive oil. To that, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of mustard. Now, you can use yellow mustard, you can use Dijon mustard, you could even use a coarse grainy mustard. I am choosing yellow mustard, and can I tell you why? When I was a kid growing up, I loved the honey mustard dipping sauce for McDonald's for the chicken nuggets, and yellow mustard gives it a flavor that reminds me of that. Dijon mustard gives it a little bit of a tangier flavor. It has a little bit more of a bite. Both taste really, really good. And I'm just gonna eyeball this, but basically it's 2 teaspoons of mustard. And then you're gonna add 4 teaspoons of honey. Now, if you have ever tried to measure something sticky, it often sticks to the measuring spoons. And so the trick to that is get a little bit of cooking spray and just spray in your measuring cup or your measuring spoon before you pour in the sticky honey. 4 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to measure a tablespoon of honey here. Any kind of honey works. I'm just using grocery store honey, but if you have really good local honey, it'll give a brighter flavor to your salad dressing. So there's 3 teaspoons. I'm adding the 4th teaspoon here. Again, just a little spray of spray oil will have that honey just slip right out of the measuring thing. My honey's a little slow, but it sure tastes good. So there's my 4th teaspoon of honey. Then you're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I always like to use this coarse Celtic sea salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And again, I usually just eyeball it, give it a nice few good twists. You're going to put the lid on the jar and you're gonna shake it really, really well. And as you shake it, that dressing begins to emulsify. This dressing will break apart pretty quickly, so you want to dress your salads right away, but you can store it in the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks. It may separate, and also your olive oil might solidify. If your olive oil solidifies in the refrigerator, it's actually usually a sign that you have a quality olive oil. Just let it sit at room temperature for 10 minutes and it will soften up. Or if you're like me and never think to do that ahead, you can just run it under some hot water, run the closed container under some hot water in your sink, and that'll warm up the olive oil. Then you can just shake it and pour it on top of your salad dressing. This honey mustard dressing, the recipe is at feedyourfamilytonight.com. And if you have any questions about the recipe, join me in the Feed Your Family Tonight Facebook group. Or if you ever want to know some of the behind the scenes of my antics in my life, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Mariefiebach. But again, honey mustard salad dressing, one of my favorite things at feedyourfamilytonight.com.